Hi, this is Tyrone, and welcome to another edition of The Agent. This week's episode is titled A Model's Latter Years. In other words, God's not finished with you yet. Recently, while sitting outside a cafe in Paris, people watching as usual, I saw a beautiful familiar face I hadn't seen in quite a long time. It was an unmistakable face, with long, slender legs on a pencil-thin body frame, sauntering effortlessly down the sidewalks in Pigalle near Rue Victor Massé. Even though I hadn't seen her in quite a long time, I was enthralled by her amazing comeback in the industry. In an age where young models barely out of puberty and influencers are dominating social medias vying for attention, it was refreshing to see a truly great model who knew how to model and sell a garment or product, especially when the business says that if you're over 30, you're dead over with, much less a model pushing over 50 or even 60. A cruel industry. But with God, all things are possible. You see, during the COVID lockdown, when everyone was buckled down, worried about what was going to happen next, this beautiful African American model surprised everyone when she appeared on the cover of Vogue for the first time. Not as a 20-year-old model, but one over the age of, well, over 50, over the norm. From that moment on, her career took off. Again, far greater than before. After years and years of working successfully in Paris, walking the catwalks of every top designers from Dior to Saint Laurent, but never quite able to break into the American market, the place of her birth. But she never gave up hope. But it took decades of patience for that to happen in her country. Christ once said, "A prophet has no honor in his own land." A true saying. I know the hard work she put in, as I was her agent in the early 1990s in New York, and for the life of me was not able to get her arrested to save her life. No matter what we did, we could not get clients to book her. So she stayed in Paris, where she flourished. In life, there are many roads to your final destination. Sometimes you have to go somewhere else to get to your final spot. And at times, the journey could be quite long, longer than you hoped it would be. And sometimes you have to climb the fence of someone else's backyard in order to get to your destiny. Some roads are easy and some are hard, but they all teach us something along the way. Patience, endurance, and perseverance. You name it. Each road has a lesson. As young and beautiful as she was then, she's even more beautiful today. You see, God is not sleeping. He knew when her breakthrough would come. And it did. Imagine, right in the middle of a pandemic. Who would have thought that's when she would grace the cover of Vogue? My former model may have thought her best years were behind her, but with God, all things are possible. Don't count God out. I know that all too well. Caleb was one of the 12 spies that Moses sent to spy out the promised land. But 40 years later, when Moses died, Joshua summoned the children of Israel to go to battle to possess the land. Now at 80 years old, Caleb told Joshua he was ready to fight for the land that was promised to him and the children of Israel. What's God promised you that you think you're too old to achieve? Consider Caleb and my beautiful former model. Both did not give up. They both stayed the course and received the promised blessings. Don't believe the lie that your best days are behind you or that God has forgotten you. As the Lord said, your latter days shall be greater than your former years. So chin up, straighten up, buckle up, even if you have to put some Bengay lotion on. Look ahead and keep forging towards your Vogue. Until next time, continue to trust the greatest agent ever lived, Christ Almighty, God Himself. Have a blessed weekend, and as usual, Shabbat Shalom. God bless you. Bye-bye.